Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cult's Podcast. I just wanted to say, God damn it, Zach! Right in the
That's
intro.
not me. That's not me.
It's Mason. I knew you were gonna do that shit too. I don't know why I didn't just wait another minute. All right, welcome back, guys. I really appreciate everybody that's been watching and listening. We've seen the numbers going up week after week. So really thank you for subscribing and rating and everything. If you didn't already know, you can actually watch our episodes on Spotify and YouTube if you've just been listening to them so far. And then also, I wanted to touch on the whole fireworks noise from last week. I got some feedback on. People were kind of upset about how I handled that because of veterans. I didn't really bring them up. So I just wanted to say a few things about that. Number one, there's a lot of other noises besides fireworks that veterans have to deal with. I live here kind of in the city, and we deal with gunshots on a pretty regular basis. And I think that that's more traumatic to veterans than fireworks is. Also, thunder. And I also wanted to just put in a few ideas of what you can do to get away from that stuff. You can use earplugs, or you could just go to Airbnb out in the country, and then you don't have to deal with that anymore.
Or put on your headset and watch these boys on a podcast.
Heck yeah. Huh? We got our noise cancelers on. Yeah, hell yeah. So now you know what to do next 4th of July. Actually, probably this New Year's. Unless we win another championship. Go Rockies. All right. So thanks for sitting through all that crap that I had to say in our intro here. I want to start the episode with Tally Health. If you haven't already seen that, we put that video on YouTube and the podcast also. So just go back and watch that real quick if you haven't already. But basically, I took that test. It's in the mail. I haven't got the results back yet. But Zach and I came up with a clever idea of what we can do here to add some interest into this whole aging thing. So what we thought we could do is we'll go ahead and contact Tally Health and request another age test from them. We're trying to get Mason to do this. Mason, do you want to chime in on whether you're going to do this or not?
Well, I am a good old boy that doesn't trust anybody with anything. So I really don't want to swab my mouth cheeks with anything and put it in a vial to give to anybody. So I know I'm over cautious, but I'm the same guy that won't even get a Venmo, so I'm probably not going to partake. Paranoia, yeah, a little bit.
If you're so cautious, you might want to remove the Moffat County sign behind you and let people know where you're at.
Well, I don't care. Hey,
location.
I don't care if they know where I'm at. I just don't want them to know how terrible a health I'm in. So they can...
This guy's disposable. Let's go.
Yeah, we don't got to worry about this guy. But yeah, continue talking about that because it's an awesome idea. It's just unfortunate that I will not be partaking in the Tally Health Challenge.
Yeah, so Mason's a little bitch, but Zach and I are going to actually order 2 of these things, and I've already taken mine, but Zach's going to take his, and then after we get those initial results back, we're going to take those, and then we're going to have a challenge. This is the first challenge we've had on this podcast where we're actually physically competing with each other. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to drop as many years off our age in some time period. We're still figuring this whole thing out, but this is just the idea. And whoever drops the most years off their age wins. And we'll figure that out too. Mm-hmm. But basically the idea is who can become younger faster.
What will you do if after a month you age faster and you're like at 43 or something?
Dude, pick up smoking. Yeah, younger.
No.
As long as Zach ages quicker than or faster than I do, that's fine.
Yeah.
If I go up to like 40, if he's 41, that's fine with me.
Yeah, you know how mad I'd be if I get it back, I'm in the 60s. And then after a week of exercise, I'm in the 70s.
Yeah. Comes back. How are you still alive?
Wait a minute. I'll swab Cole's cheeks. How's that?
I don't know if that's going to work.
Well, not the mouth cheeks.
Same as me then.
Yeah. So, are we gonna? If Zach is able to obtain this test, are we gonna make a wager on his biological age as well?
Well, we will, but I mean, obviously for us, the competitors in this challenge, it's going to be a bigger deal. Fighting to lose age. Some people in this podcast aren't going to understand that.
Well,
Some
does
people
it
aren't going
mean
to take part in that.
does it mean anything if I feel 25? Feel young as heck.
We know you're a
Dude.
liar.
I know your back pain, dude. You're not 25.
You're right. I'm afraid I'll take that test and it'll say, "Sir, you are 55."
So that's the real reason you're not taking it. You're not worried about the government.
Yeah, well, I definitely am worried about that. But
do you think you could collect Social Security a little sooner if
Ooh, that's a
if
good question.
You know what? If I could retire, I'm into the retirement idea.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think old Amy and Vic will be too interested in that, but
so Zach and I are going to do like who can drop the most years off our age, and Mason's going to do who can gain the most years.
Just took up meth.
Your skin doesn't look great. Neither do your teeth.
Jesus. No, I think that's a awesome idea. I wish I was doing it with you. We'll see how it does. If they won't send Zach one, because this is a kind of a beta test that you're doing, Jake.
Right. So I'm kind of in like the second trial of their beta for this anti-aging test, and eventually it's gonna, just go to market as something you can buy. But they're not there yet. That's why we can't just buy one of them for each of us. So
yeah, so I'm currently on the wait list right now to get mine. We're going to see if we can kind of maybe speed that up, maybe pay for it just to get it a little sooner. But we'll just see. Keep everyone updated on that.
So if you're unable to do that, I mean, we could still do a challenge.
Yeah, I think we're still going to do the challenge either way. And we were kind of talking, all three of us are wearing, fitness watches, so we can kind of compete and see at least who can, burn the most calories or whatever each day, however we want to do that. And that's basically part of the science we were going to use in our anti-aging test. So I think another part of it was Zach and I were talking a little bit. We might make sobriety a part of that also. Yeah.
Hey, after the Avalanche parade, I've committed my full life to sobriety until the next time I drink. But for right now,
sober, man.
I'm sober.
So another reason I will not be partaking.
Yeah, this guy's definitely going to gain years on us while we're doing this.
Dude, Rolling Rock's basically water anyway.
Well, this is true, but my girlfriend makes the best cocktails you'll ever try in your life. If she offers to make one, I'm not turning that thing down.
Before or after she mows the lawn?
Well, yeah, I'm not the best boyfriend in the world, I guess.
We can cut that part out.
I'm in here filming freaking podcasts while she's out busting her rump, mowing the lawn, picking up the dog stuff.
Faster.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
You missed a spot.
We've been dating for 3 years, and it's not because I open the window and say, "Hey, mow the lawn better."
But it's because you haven't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The other thing that I have never done is I've never tried to be a furry.
Oh, God.
Good. Me neither.
Do you know what a furry is, Jake?
I do, but I don't want to say.
Say it for the world.
Oh, God. It's like this crap here.
So, like mascots?
Have you guys ever seen a mascot at a sporting event?
Do you? I mean, obviously, you boys are in the city. Do you encounter many furries?
There's been 2 occasions where I've seen them in like parks and events and concerts. and it's strange. Like they have their own little group, you know. I mean, if you're a furry, you gotta be in the community because, like, if you're like a isolated single furry and you're just doing your thing, you got mental health problems,
They
dog.
call that a stray.
So, stray cat. So actually, the reason I bring up furries is because this last weekend, my girlfriend, I believe, heard a story from her mom, and she relayed the story to me. They know a lawyer back in the Midwest somewhere, and they're actually suing the school. The furries' parents are suing the school for not having litter boxes in the bathroom for them to use.
I don't even
What?
think it's the bathroom. I think it's the classroom.
Can you imagine busting into the bathroom? You know, you got to go to the bathroom, and there's someone squatted over a damn litter box.
Don't judge until you try.
I'm not trying.
Do you think it's more efficient that way? Like, you think there's any advantages to using a litter box?
Well, I mean, like, so have you ever seen a cat use a litter box? They, like, get in there and they, like, and cover up their stuff. Can you imagine somebody putting their hands in that stuff and covering it up?
Maybe they just need a shovel to cover it up.
It's like the original Squatty Potty.
Oh, it's got me messed up, boys. I don't know what to do with that information.
So
I don't know what you should do with it either, but I don't think you should bring it up to us.
Well, and then the other thing is do you start paying the janitors more? I mean, now they're dealing with like.
Dude, you can't pay a janitor enough.
Who is cleaning these litter boxes?
These dogs.
Oh my god! Oh, I just can't get that out of my mind. It's something that frustrates me a little bit.
You might be furry if you can't get that out of your mind.
Well, I'm not smiling when I think about it.
Dude, I hear only furries won't take the Tally Health aging test.
Well, looks like I'm taking the Tally Health aging test, boys.
Got him. So, like, my question is, like, where is the cutoff where you're furry? Do you have to go full-on mascot? Or is it just, like, people wearing, like, bunny ears?
Yeah, can you do face? I've never seen that.
That's a good question, actually. I think my concept of a furry, when I first heard of furries, I thought it was like some weird sexual thing that you had to get on that stuff. But Jake? I don't know, you was waving at me.
I thought that was someone else sticking that pen in the window there. Oh boy, Jesus. If you're not watching the video, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no kidding. But anyways, so I used to think it was that, but apparently last I looked at, it was just being able to dress up in this stuff and giving it human characteristics, giving it like an animal human characteristics. It's
how is a litter box human characteristics?
They have like Comic-Cons and stuff for this, don't they? Like a furry fest? Is
like
that what they have?
Meet and greet? I bet they do.
I'm sure they got that for everything.
I think I've seen something like that before, but it was so strange because it's like, I guess a lot of these people that dress up like the furries, they wear diapers because they can't get to the bathroom easily. And
Jesus,
that makes sense.
I don't know if that's better or worse than using a litter box.
I am indifferent to that.
No comment.
Now that please tell Hannah to keep it down while we're recording.
I'm not doing that either. I know my place. She's getting steaks out. I'm having steak for dinner, so there you go.
Hell yeah.
Is she cooking you dinner too?
No.
I was going to say, she mowed the lawn, cooking you dinner? What do you do, man?
I got myself a keeper, buddy.
I'd say so.
Yeah. Ay.
That's good stuff.
So do you think mascots make the transition to furries, or how do you get started with being a furry?
Oh, I guarantee that's how furries started, was some mascots got together and did their thing, and ever since they love it.
You know that meme of the guy standing behind the tree kind of like doing this?
Yeah.
Do you think that like a furry's at like a sporting event looking at the mascot like
ooh. I think that furry's growing up going, I can't wait to be the mascot of my high school team. Ooh.
So when it becomes like publicly acceptable to become a furry, we're all gonna be canceled, right?
It's publicly okay now, and that's what's so frustrating.
All right, but like in like 10 years, when it's the norm, they're gonna find these old things when we're out running for like senators and shit, and we're gonna be canceled.
They're gonna find so much crap on us. That's not gonna matter.
Yeah,
that's true. That's the least of my worries.
This is gonna be the tamest topic we freaking approach this entire time.
Yeah, it's just guys with costumes on.
It's just Halloween year round.
Yeah.
Okay. Zach, Jake, if you were a furry, what would you be?
Like, do I get picked?
Yeah, you get to pick. Which animal costume are you getting put into?
I think I'm probably gonna go lion.
Give me more. Okay. Why lion?
King of the jungle, man. I just want to be better than everyone else there.
Okay.
See, I'm thinking like a bald eagle.
Okay, why is that?
I don't think you're
gonna keep kids from touching the guns?
Eddie the eagle, dog.
Actually, I have another idea of what I could be. Sexual harassment panda.
I'd be a gorilla, because if you're going to be a furry, you might as well go all out and be able to fling your feces at people.
I feel like that's just an excuse.
Well, whatever.
You do you. You throw you do.
I could see our president's son being a furry.
Hunter Biden with those leaked text messages and leaked cell phone records. Are you guys familiar with any of that?
I'm not, but it wouldn't surprise me if anything was leaking out of Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody had to say it.
Let the crack juice flow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, I don't know how these hackers do it. If anyone's a hacker listening and wants to chime in,
I'm right here, bro.
I don't know, but someone somewhere hacked his cell phone records and released a bunch of like information, pictures, and either this guy's just like a drug addict living the time of his life, or some chicks might be a little underage. I don't really know, but he doesn't look like a great first kid to me. Everyone remember that Disney show back in the day where it's like the first kid, where it's like the president's kid, how he kind of ran around, did a bunch of shit.
That wasn't the first kid, but I do know what you're talking about. That what the heck was that called? My Date with the President's Daughter, maybe?
Nah, it's not that one.
Yeah, that was Ashton Kutcher.
There's another one.
That wasn't Ashton Kutcher,
wasn't it?
No.
There was one with Ashton Kutcher. I don't know.
On Disney Channel?
Yeah.
No, it's he would just like go around with like the Secret Service bodyguard all the time. You guys know that movie?
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of what it was, but yeah. I do remember.
I feel like if that kid grew up living under that same lifestyle, that's what we'd get right now.
Yeah, the privileged lifestyle. Mm-hmm. I mean, it grows into Hunter Biden, which is.
Yeah, so for those of you listening, when you just scroll across social media, you might come across a couple strange Hunter Biden leaks.
You can just look on Instagram and see videos of him like getting in arguments with ladies about how much crack cocaine, or I don't even know if it's cocaine. I guess I'm a goody two-shoe. I don't know. But
so his dad's obviously the biggest politician in the country, right? He's the president.
Who's his dad?
I'm not sure, but I've been told he's important. Anyway.
He's not sure either.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't know who his dad is. He kind of abandoned him. And
his dad definitely doesn't know who he is.
But my question is, like, how have they let him get away with all this stuff for so long? Like, nobody's filmed themselves doing this much illegal stuff besides this
All right,
guy.
dude. I got a guess. I have a guess. All right. I know a bunch of people who did like minor things, and their parents were like a big deal, and that minor thing kind of just got washed away. All right. My guess, if my dad's the president of the United States, my minor things that get washed away can be major things that get washed away.
Oh, they will be major things that get
You know?
washed away.
If he can pardon criminals, I'm sure he can do a lot for his son. Just a guess. Just a guess.
I'm surprised his son hasn't been entirely washed away.
Yeah. I mean, those major things can be washed away. He can give away our reserve to things that Hunter Biden has stocked. I mean, I'm getting too political. Let's.
Yeah, these people are gonna have to start Googling stuff soon. So,
one more question on the whole Hunter Biden thing, and then we can move on. If he were to come out to be a furry, would anyone be surprised?
No, absolutely not.
And if he was a furry, what animal would he
He'd be a damn snake.
I say a skunk.
Like Pepe Le Pew?
No, Pepe Le Pew's a badass. Hunter Biden would be the bad skunk.
You want to smoke a crack in my? Oh, that was explosion. Sorry.
So we've talked plenty of topics. Now it's time to get some sports. Zach, you've got some insight on the Avs free agency. Is that right?
Yeah. So as some of you guys might have kept up with us, I know the Avs gained a lot of new fans this year. Obviously, being the Stanley Cup champs. They're a big wagon at the moment, so a lot of people are jumping on. But unfortunately, as people jump on, there's got to be some players that got to jump off. No team can really keep the same team back-to-back seasons. So some big news from the Avalanche. Darcy Kemper, the goalie, the decision was made to let him kind of walk, whether or not he wanted too much money or the fact that his save percentage during the regular season wasn't the prettiest, or the fact that really any goalie can be a good goalie when Cale Makar is playing defense. Whatever it may be, Kemper's no longer going to be on the team. We did just bring in a backup from the Rangers, Alex Georgiev. If I butchered that name, I apologize.
Guarantee you did, but it's okay.
So we'll see how he pans out. We got him locked up for 3 years. Some other interesting topics is that Valery Nichushkin just signed an 8-year deal. So he's staying with us. The choo-choo train rolls. But with that being said, there's still some kind of question marks surrounding the team. I think the biggest one at the moment is can we afford Kadri?
Yes.
What's so funny, boys?
You cut out for a second. Don't worry about it.
God damn it. Right.
But okay, so going back to the goalie situation, do we know if Kemper signed with anybody else?
Not yet. Free agency doesn't officially open up till the 13th.
But the trade was able to go through, correct? Because it's not necessarily like a free agent signing.
Yeah, I think that's how it works. I don't really.
Okay.
Zach, how long have you been following hockey for?
I grew up. My dad's a big Avs fan, so I grew up watching the Joe Sakic, Peter Forsberg, Milan Hajduk days. Then there's that drought period. Didn't really watch too much. Kind of kept tabs with it. And then probably about 4 or 5 years ago, picked up again. Once we got McKinnon back, I knew there was some kind of some hope around the team. So it just kind of picked up from there.
I was kind of the same way. I don't think I've watched as much hockey this year as I ever had before. And I could say the same about last year and the year before. So I just keep ramping up year after year. But I did kind of watch those glory years too with Peter Forsberg, Adam Foote, Patrick Waugh. And I remember when they won the Stanley Cup the second time, I was actually at Coors Field, and every goal that the Avalanche would score, they would put it up on the Jumbotron. And it was kind of strange because you could hear people cheering ahead of time because everyone in the stands was listening to the radio to see what the score of the Avs game was.
Yeah, that was a
So
big one
yeah,
too. That was I think we beat the Devils in Game 7, if I remember correctly. So that was a big win.
yep.
So yeah, free agency has a lot of exciting things. Nathan McKinnon's likely due for a long-term contract extension, so we'll see if he gives us hometown discount or if he um, bankrupts us. But we'll see what happens with him.
What is there any rumors on Kadri? Because I mean, obviously, I'm not the biggest like hockey guy. I used to be when I was little, and then they had the lockout, and I kind of quit
Yeah,
watching it. But through this playoffs this year, he became like my favorite one to watch. He's exciting.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
brash. He don't give a shit.
He's got a little
Um,
personality on him.
so I'm really hoping he stays with the Avs. But I was hoping you'd have some insight on whether or not there was any rumors if he was
Yeah.
leaving.
So a lot of people think that since we didn't pick up Kemper's big deal and we kind of saved money at the goalie, that we might be able to afford Kadri for like a short-term deal.
Okay.
I think he's 37, so he's definitely getting up there in age. But right now, I think the current favorites. Again, I don't know how accurate these sources are. The Islanders expect to pay out good money for him. There's rumors that the Seattle Kraken might go after him. And they kind of tampered previously with the players in the past. I know there's a little controversy when they took Grubauer from us. They might have tampered with us, might have tampered with him before the trade deadline. So we'll see. And then another popular one is that he might go to Washington and kind of team up with Ovechkin. So we'll see. I mean, obviously he's a fan favorite. That beard makes everyone jealous. He's got a little spunk to him. He's a good hockey player.
I love it.
So I'd like to see him return as an Avalanche, but he deserves the money. I just don't know if we're going to meet what he wants.
Right.
There's also rumors he might return back to the Maple Leafs. They got a pretty good team on their hands, so it just depends.
I think the Avs do have kind of a card in their pocket, though, since they are the Stanley Cup champions. They can kind of get people to come here more easily.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the culture. I think a lot of news stories are out there with Nathan McKinnon going in, change up the diet, making everyone eat chickpea pasta, really like restrict, really like
what?
Yeah. So I don't know how these much stories are true, but apparently he's kind of like Michael Jordan-esque, where he just demands perfection out of everyone.
Sick.
So I think I don't know who the player was. I don't want to butcher it, but some player was like, yeah, in the moment, he's called me like a fat ass, all this stuff. It sucked. He's like, but when I rose the Stanley Cup up, it was all worth it. So, you got that. But Kadri also got his cup win. He might just go chase the paycheck now. Just depends.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, Audrey Kubel, the guy who dropped the trophy.
Yeah.
Avs waved him.
Good. Get him out of here.
He's out of here.
You dropped Lord Stanley. You deserve to be out of here.
And then I don't know. There's a little bit rumor that happened today. Patrick Kane with the Blackhawks, not Blackhawks, Blackhawks.
Oh,
don't want to get anyone too excited.
Yeah, I always mix those two up.
Yeah. He's a little upset with how the team's been handling this offseason, so he might request a trade. And rumor has it there's mutual interest with Denver. Obviously, we probably can't afford his contract, so we need Chicago to take half of it or something.
But from what I've experienced in my short Avs fandom, is Joe Sakic's not afraid to sling a trade around or two.
Yeah, I mean, he got GM of the year, so
yeah.
We don't have any draft picks until like 2030, but hey, man, we got a cup.
Yeah.
Our owners are the same people as the Rams, so they're okay with selling the future for right now.
Yep. We've seen it with the Rams.
So kind of going on the sports topic, a not so serious report kind of came out in New York the other day where Zach Wilson, the Jets starting quarterback, the guy who previously was seeing ghosts, apparently he's seeing MILFs now.
Sam Darnold, their previous quarterback, was seeing ghosts.
Shit.
The new one's the one seeing Mills, apparently.
Damn, I thought I got cheeky with that transition.
He was quoted saying that I look for experience, whether that's getting advice from Aaron Rodgers or banging my mom's hot friend. What? Explain, Zach.
Wait, that's his direct quote?
That's his direct quote on dating mom's friend.
I need to know, is this guy an actual Mormon, or did he just go to BYU? I need to know. Because he might have just been soaking with his mom's best friend and not actually banging.
What's the difference?
Well, apparently soaking's just when you, like, leave it in there. Let it, like, marinate and soak.
I'm having a great time right now. Keep going.
And then if you need to explain the difference in what banging is, I can't help you.
All right. There's another term I'm not going to introduce you to today.
What's the term, Jake?
Boys, I was not prepared to talk about soaking on the podcast.
Well, you never know. I need to know, is he an actual Mormon? Or is he just an NFL player?
I didn't know that was part of the religion. Soaking?
Have you never heard of that, Jake?
I'm not Mormon.
It's a thing.
It's a common practice, so they say.
I thought they called it pickling.
What is pickling?
We flew way off topic here.
Pickling.
All right, Urban Dictionary pickling and Urban Diction soaking right now.
Not doing either one.
All right. I'll pull it up. Like, stop laughing.
Jesus Christ. Well, what would you like to say is it shows the man's confidence to be able to go out into public and say that about his mom's hot friend. I can't comment on the soaking aspect of things because, you know.
I'll comment since I have it pulled up here.
Do it.
This is Urban Dictionary, which for those of you that don't know, this is kind of like the more formal version of Merriam-Webster's. So soaking is like planking, only your dick is inside of a Mormon.
All right.
I literally had no idea this thing had anything to do with Mormons.
Really? Yeah,
Nope.
it's so they can consider it not sex because they're just sitting there. So don't ask me.
You guys seem really into this, though.
There's also a time where they will get a friend to jump on the bed next to them to create some sort of fiction. I'm not even kidding you. This is a thing. To cause fiction, and it will still be considered they didn't have intercourse because they weren't doing any motion.
Dang, dude. That's a good friend, man. That's a good friend.
So we got a whole new podcast here. All right. So Zach Wilson, he's an obvious soaker that we've learned.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, maybe he's got his big, like, Jedso lineman jumping on the bed next to him.
Jesus. Come on, Zach.
Too far?
He's like, top bunk, I'm soaking up here. Why are you bouncing?
Do you suppose he says his cadence on the guy's jump? You know we're going to have to cut all of this out, right?
Boys, I'm up here soaking. God damn. This is for sure the hardest I've laughed during this podcast.
So speaking of quarterbacks getting frisky, let's talk about Deshaun Watson.
Oh, boy.
So, so the Browns recently traded Baker Mayfield. So if the commissioner comes down with anything to do with Mr. Hands himself, Deshaun Watson, they're going to be starting Jacoby Brissett for the year. Zach.
Jacoby.
Stud.
Yeah, we're familiar with him.
So I know you guys love the Patriots, but let's be honest for a second. If you look at that division, you see the Browns marching out Jacoby Brissett as their quarterback. They're last in that division, right?
I mean, all right. Let's just back up for a second. Number one, they're the Browns. There's no expectation of them to be good. They had their star quarterback, Baker Mayfield, who they just like dicked around for another guy who's dicking around with Deshaun Watson. So there's no expectation for it to be good. Cincinnati already has the division on lock. All right. Joe Cool.
I'm against Mr. Joe Cool nowadays.
All right. Well, anyway, it's the Browns. Like, what else do we expect from this franchise? All right. They had Bill Belichick as a coach, fired him. All right. They sell their life away for Deshaun Watson, who's going to be suspended.
The Browns will be Browns, and Jake has disappeared from the chat.
I think Jake just is in love with this new soaking term.
Turns out not to be Mormon.
Jake's never been a religious man, but he just might be Mormon.
So which friend would you pick to jump on the bed, though?
If it was between you guys,
would it be your heaviest friend, or would it be like your friend with the most energy who could just keep jumping, jump?
Is this a volume? Is this a volume game or is this a power game?
I've never done it, so I cannot say.
Is it the same bed or just the bed next to it?
It's like a water bed.
How much are you trying to impress people?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, this is a 10-question quiz right here.
Well,
you want the answer or not?
I'd just like to apologize to my Aunt Julie for the topic we've decided to go on. Everybody else, I don't care, but, you know.
Yeah, anyone who knows me personally, like, you know what to expect.
Aunt Julie, I'm so sorry.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jake. Thank you.
Aunt Julie, I think I was the one that said the term first. So I want to take responsibility and apologize. However, these two hooligans ran with it way too long.
Oh, my God. Hey, whatever makes a podcast, boys, I'm into it.
You're into soaking?
No! God, no.
You gotta take a bath every day.
Nope, don't do that either.
Get some Epsom salt, relax.
I can't get over this, guys.
So, yeah, Zach Wilson, you know, I can have a good year. Is he probably the best quarterback in the division now?
He's probably the best quarterback in the division. He's probably the best quarterback in the NFL if he's banging his mom. Yeah. I guess I don't know if his mom's hot.
Let's move on from Zach Wilson. I can't keep doing this anymore.
So, big this podcast is now big Jets fans.
Yeah. You roll with the information you are given, all right? If Zach Wilson comes out and says he's banging his mom's hot friend, you gotta talk about it.
Jets, Jets.
Yeah. I think let's move over to the All-Star game.
Yeah, let's go baseball.
Yeah, I gotta get out of this soaking business.
Surely none of them boys are soaking.
Yeah.
Whew. I don't know, man.
We kind of have the roster figured out for the All-Star game now.
I would just like to take a moment and appreciate the greatness we have in Shohei Ohtani. This is 2 years in a row that he has been elected an all-star at pitching and hitting. Like, it's unheard of. Where are we going with this?
Sorry. Something just popped up. Oh.
Can we just appreciate the greatness of Zach Wilson?
I think we're gonna need to pause time for a minute so you record yourselves.
I can't even.
The best part is I was trying to get rid of the soaking stuff, and it asked me about furries.
Jake, you've got your work cut out for you with this freaking edit this week.
9 questions about furries you were too embarrassed to ask.
Is one of them just why?
Oh my god, guys. Oh, I should have opened incognito.
You're gonna get sponsored ads, man. Mascot.
Dude, I think like half of this episode we're gonna freaking have to cut out.
Yeah.
It's just us laughing or nothing going on, or us talking about something that doesn't make any sense.
Back on topic.
All right. So tell us about the greatness of the Angels pitcher and batter.
Well, I mean, Jesus criminy. I mean, when have you ever heard of anybody doing something like this since the Babe Ruth days? And that guy freaking was ripping cigs in the dugout, probably drunk half of his game. Shohei Ohtani's a damn athlete, all right?
I think you're making a little too much out of that because most of the guys that are still pitching definitely go out to drink at night and definitely during the game.
Yeah, you think Justin Verlander's a sober boy?
But they're not lacing bombs 400 plus feet.
Well, I mean, Ohtani's son is probably sober. I'm just going to go ahead and say that because
I don't know. If there was anybody in the MLB that was dropping sake bombs every night, it'd be Shohei Ohtani.
Why sake bombs? Why couldn't it just be whiskey?
Well, a little bit racist, I guess. Fuck, I don't know.
Edit that out.
You're going to have to edit that out.
All right, that's at 42 minutes.
Yeah, we started recording at 45.
All right.
We had to cut that first 45 out.
I have here 42 minutes. Mason racist.
I have no idea how long this episode is going to be. We're going to
Something tells me that will not be the last time you have to write that down.
46 minutes. Mason racist.
Brought it back up again.
You're going to be like Sid from Duck Dynasty.
Yeah.
Just had some good racist shit.
Sid? That's Johnny. Johnny's Sid. Come on, man.
All right, we're going to get back on track at 44.
Guys, I'm having a good time.
Me too. This is my favorite one yet.
We'll see how it does. We've approached Hunter Biden being a freaking furry, and
remember how I said our numbers were growing steadily?
And they plummeted
until now. All right, so you guys are a lot bigger baseball fans than myself. I really know the Rockies and whatever my patients tell me about the Astros, so not too big into it. But I keep up and I know a little bit about the All-Stars. But is there any surprising picks that made the All-Star cut, or any snubs that you guys thought should have got in?
I was pretty happy to see CJ Crone got in yesterday.
So there is something about the All-Star game that every single team actually gets a representation. So whether or not they deserve it or not is one thing. There is a lot of topic about CJ Crone because people like Freddie Freeman didn't get in. But honestly, if you look at the stats for this year, CJ Crone has had better stats, so it's absolutely deserved by him. My biggest, I don't know if it was a surprise or a snub or anything like that, but excitement is Julio Rodriguez. I don't know if you boys are familiar with him. I work with a guy who loves the Mariners, and so he knows a lot about Julio Rodriguez. So it's made me kind of follow him a little bit more. Um, he might be he might end up with like a 30 home run, 30 stolen base season in his rookie year. He's an all-star this year in his rookie year. Um, this is
That's crazy.
it's crazy. This is a franchise that, I mean, they've had Ken Griffey Jr. make it as a rookie. They've had Alex Rodriguez make it as a rookie. So this is a franchise that really knows how to pick them in the draft. This might just be the next guy in line to take over that mantle.
So 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases. A noob like me, kind of tell me what is expected. Like if that's a great season, what's like a average
Well,
season?
yeah. So a lot of times, not always, we're seeing the world transition, and athletes are doing what they do. But when you think of 30 home runs, you're thinking big power bat. You're thinking of a guy like CJ Crone, right? Nolan Arenado, people with bricks on their feet. But today's day and age, you're getting people like, oh, what are you shaking your head about? Nolan's got bricks on his feet.
Dude, you see it? You see that highlight the other day?
Which one?
All of Nolan's play, dude.
I hate you guys in the comments.
So for those of you listening, sometimes we have a little side chat that we can kind of send messages to each other. That doesn't necessarily appear on the air, so we can kind of talk kind of next steps. Sometimes these comments get a little inappropriate. Sometimes, it just kind of keeps business at hand. My goal is just kind of make people laugh during it. So for any interruptions or laughter, I apologize for keeping us off topic. There are jokes that need to be said.
Well said.
Once again, we're sorry, Aunt Julie.
Sorry, Aunt Julie.
We're sorry, Aunt Julie.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you. I appreciate that. Anyways, back to the All-Stars. A name that surprised me was he made it, but he was lower. I think he's a reserve, is Yordan Alvarez. This is a guy in Houston who, Zach, you should probably know because of Houston.
I know who he is.
I hate Houston, but not the town, just the team.
I hate the town.
This is a man who's challenging Aaron Judge right now for the MVP race in the AL. And I don't believe he was named a starter. I could be wrong on that. I know he's mainly a DH. He's not very good in the field, but
yeah, they have him listed as a DH for the American League reserves right now.
For reserves, yeah, that's what I'm.
Right.
How is a guy who is in the talks with MVP listed as a reserve? It's just insane.
I don't think he can win MVP if he's a reserve. If that's what they're thinking in mid-season.
Well, you can win the MVP as a DH.
Can you win the MVP
Absolutely.
as a DH? Why would he deserve over someone who did both ways?
Well,
it's a lot harder to soak.
Yes, I chose my words very correctly on that.
Yeah. So in my opinion, DHing, I understand the concept of if they're not playing in the field, they necessarily shouldn't win MVP. But it all comes down to numbers. Obviously, Aaron Judge has got the better numbers of the two, and he does play in the field. But I think if Yordan Alvarez was beating him by 5 to 10 home runs, plus RBIs, plus batting average, why shouldn't he deserve MVP over a guy who isn't putting up the stats he's putting up?
But the argument could be said about Ohtani. He's playing both ways, and we just respected that as tremendous.
Yes, and
being a DH deserved it over a guy like Ohtani.
So Ohtani won the MVP last year, and honestly, it would not surprise me a bit if they gave him the MVP this year. But based on how he's playing right now, if he continues that on for the rest of the year,
when you're that good as a two-way player, though, I think that gives you a huge advantage towards getting the MVP.
Absolutely. And that's why
it's like what Zach was talking about. If you're a DH, you're not playing in the field, so you're not as qualified for MVP as some other guys.
That's fair, and I think that's honestly why Shohei won it last year, because in my opinion, I thought Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was the MVP last year with the Toronto Blue Jays. I understand the concept of Shohei Ohtani winning it last year, but just a biased opinion, I guess.
How much money would you guys spend, max, to go to a sporting event game?
Whatever I paid for the Stanley Cup game.
Which is more than I would pay. I'd say $200.
Yeah. 200 is quite a bit. I mean, Zach has the advantage of saying it's a playoff game or a Stanley Cup game, even, which would be like, I mean, if we were looking at Super Bowl tickets, they'd be a ton more, I would imagine.
Do you want to share with us how much, or is that something you're trying to keep under wraps?
It was around 900.
Okay,
it's between him and his accountant,
and that's just tickets. That's not including travel or anything like that. Correct.
Yeah, but we got to split the hotel between a couple people. Plane tickets weren't that much. I flew Spirit Airlines. We all know that's the budget airline.
Shout out Spirit.
If you want to sponsor us, hit us up.
Did you soak it all up on the flight?
Even if you do hit us up, we probably still won't fly you. But
guys, when I was at that Pepsi Center, I guess Ball Arena, man, I was just soaking it in. It was just such a great experience. It was so good.
Well, yeah, when you're in that moment, you have to soak it in. You
just got to. Everyone around me was jumping around next to me. It just made that experience so much better.
It reminds me
if you don't soak it in, you're gonna regret it in a few years. Because a lot of people are gonna tell you stories about that night, and you're gonna be like, I just didn't soak it all in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you imagine coming back, thinking back in your past and being like, God, I wish I would have soaked that in a little bit more.
Yeah. I couldn't
That's pretty much all I think about when I think of sporting events.
Yeah. I think there's a thing with Zach's and soaking it in. We just get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. Zach, you've been to a hell of a lot of great sporting events.
I have, yeah.
Have you truly soaked it all in?
I like to think I have. Obviously, there's still probably a little more soaking to do. You can't get it all. It's kind of like a paper towel. Once you get it all kind of liquid up, there's still that little residual. So
you're like that. You're that Bounty quicker.
I was going to say that'd be a great nickname for you, Zach, is Bounty, because you just soak it all in.
I think there's another Zach in this world that probably deserves the name Bounty a little better.
I don't know, man. You've seen the Avs Game 2 7-0 win. Mm-hmm. You soaked that in. You've been to Russell Westbrook's career season-breaking triple-double. I mean, you soaked all that in.
You were there too. You soaked that in too.
I mean, right? I soaked it in a little bit, but I haven't soaked in quite as much as you have.
That's fair.
You've seen Tom Brady in person at
Gillette.
Yep, and at Denver.
That one was a cold soak. That was more like an ice bath.
What's that?
That the game in Gillette was like middle of winter up there in the Northeast. That was more of an ice bath rather than a soak.
Right. I guess I could see that. Yeah.
I saw Tom Brady play against the Denver Broncos when they still had Tebow, and man, Brady was just throwing deep, and he was absolutely soaking all over.
You were probably at that same soak fest that Zach was at, because Zach was at a game where Tim Tebow was getting soaked by Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember they soaked the field goal attempt, and they soaked it the whole way back for the soaking return.
Soak, yeah, they did.
Yeah, hell soak.
I kind of hate us, but
So do we need to change our podcast name for Soaking?
The Soakers.
I feel like our name's good because we could just change it whenever we want to.
Because nobody watches us.
Yeah, nobody knows what it's called anyway. That's what's great about our podcast.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to tell anyone this episode's out.
Yeah. This one might be a hidden one for the future.
Unfortunately, everybody subscribes so they get notifications when we post, so soak it all in.
So now, would you rather if you're cooking food, right? Do you soak it or are you marinating it?
I like to mop it around in that the wet juices and really get it marinated first.
And I think we've lost.
Jesus criminy! All right.
All right, we get this thing back on track.
Now that the After Hours podcast is filmed, let's start filming the regular one.
We got 30 minutes of filler.
18 years only. You know, we need a tally health test to confirm. So make sure you take the test.
I don't think Tally Health's going to like us very much after this episode.
Jake, I thought you were posting this to like YouTube and Spotify, not OnlyFans.
Hey, man, wherever we make the money.
All right. So
We're just getting soaked in cash over there.
All right. Paul sent me this thing, and there's a screenshot of a girl's OnlyFans account, how much she made.
How does he have a screenshot of her account? Can you screenshot as a customer, or is it?
Yeah, he's guaranteed a customer.
Paul, I love you, but these numbers are atrocious.
I don't want to hear them.
You don't want to hear them?
It will break my heart how much money she makes.
The lowest money this lady made.
I'll strip my shirt off right now.
The lowest she made, $600,000 in February.
That is insane.
The most money came in June, $2.3 million.
What is?
Could you imagine like you go to your accountant and you're like, I need to pay taxes this year, and you give her all these forms, and she's like, you made $4 million off of OnlyFans
last month?
If one of our listeners is an OnlyFans subscriber, I have a couple questions for you. I just want to know, like, why you're going for that when you can get it for free on the internet. That's my only question.
So I'll chime in. I don't have an account, but I think I know the answer. I think it's that.
Sure, mister. I don't have an account. Go ahead and...
Yeah. I got a buddy who has an account, too.
Yeah. So I've just kind of been soaking this all in from afar, but I think that it's just they want to connect one-on-one with these girls or guys. Yeah, Mason gave me the eyes there. So I think that's kind of the difference, right? It's because you kind of have communication between you, so it feels more personal.
I think I'm out of the loop.
All right, let's get you back in.
I thought OnlyFans was just pictures. How is there connection with that?
Oh, no, there's video.
I'm pretty sure you can message. How do you get connection
with that?
What's that?
How are you getting connection?
I think they send like videos, like personalized shit to the people.
Like you're FaceTiming with them?
No, God no. Here we go. We got the expert. He's gonna Google it.
You on incognito?
Jesus, he pulls it up. And on this week's episode, we're going to create an OnlyFans account.
Dude, you know, you pull it up.
And my search history is...
It just auto-logs Jake in.
Damn it. It's the wrong account.
Sure.
Credit card decline. Credit card decline.
You didn't pay your last month's charges.
Welcome to Cults Podcast.
Jake, are you using our money to get an OnlyFans?
What else do you think we were doing this for? You can't just continue as guest here, I don't think.
Please don't.
Yeah, I don't think we can put that on Spotify.
You think I could sign up with the Colts account?
No.
Please don't. So, like, I guess, is there, like, different options where you can get that? Or you just pay for that and you get, like, personalized shit?
Dude, I think you get on there and you say, here's a bunch of money. You know, how does Twitch work? Like, you donate money, correct?
I don't know how Twitch works.
Jake, you know how Twitch works?
I think it's you can have subscribers so they can pay you every month for what you contribute, and I think you can do donations also.
Right, so I feel like it's a lot like Twitch, but like sexual. So like,
you don't think Twitch is sexual?
I don't know. I don't have a Twitch. Is it?
You should go on there.
What is sexual? All right. Video games.
I'm going to scrap this whole OnlyFans thing and go straight to Twitch, and we're going to, switch it up and see the same
Twitch
thing.
It up. Twitch it up.
We could do a game. Is it OnlyFans or is it Twitch?
Oh.
If you want a game.
Zach with another segment.
It depends how much money you want.
Do you have a Twitch, Jake?
Used to. So shout out to the old podcast I used to run back in the day in college. The boot
Oh,
and tech years. We used to have one back in the day.
you guys had a Twitch account? I mean, OnlyFans
Yeah.
account?
Oh yeah. So Rick and I had our OnlyFans account, and
Rick! Rick!
dude, Rick was the man.
Yes.
Probably had to bleep that last name.
Damn it, we keep doing that. Zach, do you know who Rick is?
I know who he is now.
Well, yeah, no, we pulled up his whole profile. I don't know if you'd met him when
I don't think I have.
we were in the dorms sophomore year.
He-
Our
he-
I
sophomore
probably
year.
met him then.
No, he was supposed to be Jake's roommate, but never moved in. He just said deuces. So Jake had a double bedroom by himself for
Oh, that's
like
right, I
all
did know
semester. Yeah.
Well, we got the other kid that moved in, Jasmel.
Yeah, he moved in for like a week.
Yeah, and Thanksgiving rolled around, and he's like, this isn't for me. So he just kind of left. Didn't take anything in the room with him. All the bed sheets and pillows and everything. He left there. And I remember the RA, Cora. She came in. And she was like, so Jamel, he's not coming back next semester. Do you know what you're gonna do with all this stuff? And I was like, I don't want it. So she wraps it all in a box and mails it to him. I was like, it's like $10 like worth of stuff, and it probably cost $20 to ship.
Ship it. Do you think he just got tired of hearing the "How I Met Your Mother" theme song, and he's like, I gotta get the hell out of here?
I would
I think he got tired of
100%
Mason
understand.
jumping on the bed next to him.
I'm so soaked. All right, let's see. After we get through this whole Thor thing, if we can get to this girl.
We are not sponsored by Old Spice, by the way.
We're not sponsored by Tally Health or what the heck is that other thing? Pink. What
Pink
the heck?
Whitney?
Pink Whitney? Yeah, we're not
Definitely
sponsored
not.
by any of those things. We keep bringing them up, but they have nothing to do with us.
That's how you know they're good products.
Our only sponsor is Aunt Julie.
So I don't know what the hell this is.
She's gonna not be our sponsor after this.
She's gonna hate us.
This isn't gaming, guys. This 100% is not gaming.
Yeah, I'm already out on the Twitch thing. I thought that was gaming.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
I think if we keep searching, we might understand. Honestly, I have no idea how long this podcast is going to be, guys. We're at like 104 now, but I think a lot of this is going to get cut.
You got to leave most of it, right?
What's that?
You got to leave most of it.
Well, I'll try to, but like, there's some stuff where it's just us laughing for like 5 minutes.
That is true. There's a few times where we're both just like out of the screen.
You got to give people what they want.
It's gonna be terrible if you're just listening. Like, you're not gonna know what's going on at all.
So those of you who have listened to all of them, I think we're finally catching our groove. I think we're getting a little more natural with this. So be along for the journey, soak it all in, and just enjoy it.
I can't believe that we're already 3 episodes into this whole adventure right here. I feel like, I've been soaking for like almost a month now, and it's a pleasure to be soaking with you guys. So
it's pleasure soaking with you. I feel like pretty soon I'm gonna go take the dogs for a soak in the river. So
that's good for them. I mean, one day I hope we can all 3 get together and soak together.
Yeah, who doesn't love a good soak?
Yeah.
I mean, we were soaking in the hot tub that other time when we were in Utah.
Ooh, shit. That story is best told on another podcast.
Yeah, that one's for next time.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Soak next time.
I'm going to... Go ahead.
I had a lot of fun on this one.
This
I'm
is my
going to name
favorite
the
one.
title of this one, Soaked.